without money, the only way it's possible is to shoot everything against the green screen. It makes perfect sense because you can pick up a graphics design program and do the work for free, or however much the design program costs. Or in the case of my brother Gavin, he writes a lot of his own programming. So right there, I mean, that's saving us tons of money. But I wanted to tell a story that takes place in space. So the goal here is to make a movie that looks like it was made in a nice Hollywood studio for virtually no money at all. That's what I'm attempting to do. I'll be shooting with the actors all individually, so none of them are probably going to meet each other. They're all going to be kind of acting against nothingness with me directing them. And so what I'll be doing after I shoot with each of these individuals is putting them into Premiere, because that's what I'm editing on, and then having them face one another and so on. So that's where a little challenge is going to come in. So I've got to have little ping pong balls or something for them to look at and say, okay, this is their face, talk at the ping pong ball. And so that's going to be the challenge there. And,
you know, Fabian and I had been talking about this project, but I didn't know a whole lot about it. I read the script. I knew it was coming up here. We're doing a green screen, but I assumed that there was a stage, a green screen. You figured, you know, there's a stage somewhere. So I come up and my hotel room wasn't ready when I got here, so I crashed here on Sunday night, and we started to shoot Monday morning. So the couch is right here, and that's pictures on the wall. So I get up and say, I'm gonna go shower and get in uniform and costume, and we'll go start shooting. It was cool. I walk out, the couch has been slid over there, the wall's covered in green. He's like, all right, let's get to one. What? Yeah, okay. So the whole movie's been shot here in my apartment. Bow, bow, bow.
Working on an entirely green screen movie leaves a lot up to the director. When you go to a set that just has a green screen, it's all in your imagination. So you kind of rely heavily on the director to give you enough background and instruction so that you can get a visual of what he is seeing.
What, did I just come through a door? What did I do?
yeah, you just came through a door that's back there, but we'll get back to that because there are a few logistics to deal with. Here we have an asteroid, so it's right there, and all you need to do is you're kind of walking into the shot, and you still got your gun. I'll be coming up behind you.
That's actually the reason that I really wanted to do it. I liked the script, and I definitely liked the people that I was going to be working with, but it seemed like such a cool thing to me to try something that I had absolutely never done before. I don't like monologues. I don't like acting without people being there, and so it was going to be a really neat challenge, and it was. I found that it gave me a lot more freedom in the fact that you had to be really technical, and sometimes with more limitations, you find that there's a bit more freedom. But I found it to be really freeing and really an exercise in imagination, and really when you walk in a hallway and move into a larger room, there's a change there. There's a change in your body, there's a change in the way you feel, there's a change in your space. And so to take 3 steps, which are actually 3 really tiny steps, and to imagine walking into this huge space, it's a really interesting challenge in imagination, and kind of just picturing yourself there even though you're actually in your own living room.
It was tense. I knew it was only going to have to be one day of shooting, so we're going to get it all over in just one day, which was good. But it was challenging because it's all in your head, and I think one of the most interesting things was when you would have to look at another character knowing that you're the only one on the screen, and you have to figure out how high that person is so that you can look them in the face.
The most interesting thing was working without other actors. It was an interesting challenge because you had to fully relate to the camera, and you had to fully do your character without meeting the feedback. You do miss the feedback as an actor from the other actors. You do miss the comradeship of being able to talk about the scenes and work it out. Now Fabian is a wonderful person to work for, and he's very good at bringing out our individual acting skills. but you wonder if you would have taken the scene in a different direction with feedback from the person. To be talking into empty air and not seeing their reaction, it stretches your ability. So it's quite a challenge, and I both dreaded it and look forward to it. And I'm very eager to see how it totally comes across on film.
I had total trust in Fabian as a director, but I knew that he was piling an awful lot of work on himself, having to take all those individual characters and paste them all together to make a movie flow. It was nice though, because you didn't have to worry about anyone else's issues that day. When you went to the set, it was all about you.
I think my favorite thing was when you get into something so technical and you get into something that that there's a lot of unknown in it as well. You really develop a really good rapport, and I feel like Fabian and Gavin and I kind of came up with our own language, and we really found a way to communicate with each other that we knew exactly what we were talking about, we knew exactly what we wanted from each other.
Why didn't you tell me that there was going to be something like this? Okay, how about...
Well, where are they going? Just
I could be like, stay close to me.
yeah, stay close to me. Sounds good. Yeah. Gosh, see, she's good. She knows her character.
And that's such a nice thing when that happens, because it's really rare that you get people that you just gel with and you can just keep going and try stuff. And so that was probably my favorite aspect of working on it, was just the creative team effort.
But it was interesting because a few times the director would tell me to stand and look this way. And I'm like, okay. And he'd be like, good, now turn a little bit to this way. Okay, good. And I would have no idea what that was about, but I'd have to wait for the film to come out to see.
This is the first movie ever to be shot in a small one-bedroom apartment that didn't have penetration.
This is actually a cool Romanian hairstyle too, like a wet pushback look.
Yeah, have you seen it on many Romanians?
Actually, I have.
Oh. You know a lot of Romanians?
Well, I know two females, one male, and yeah.
2 females and 1 male.
No, a female Romanian. That's a rare sight.
Isn't she cute?
You're alright, sweetheart. You're alright. Let's make sure it's a female first, though. Oh, right in the face, you got me.
I'm done.